Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you all for joining me today. My name is Andrew Norris, and I'm a certified performance consultant and founder of the Norris Institute of Youth Success. For the past 5 years, the Norris Institute has been working closely with young adults like yourselves to motivate and inspire the future leaders of this world. Today, I would like to talk to you for a bit about what it takes to find that drive within you to succeed. I genuinely have a vested interest in all of you because, like I said, the world will be yours one day. Before I go any further, we have to ask ourselves, what is success? Now, success means different things to different people, and success can be defined in many different ways, based on your individual perspective. For some, success is having a job or career that makes you tons of money. For others, success means having prestige, power, and influence. And for some people, it just means leading a life full of laughter and love. The important thing to remember is every one of your paths is different. I would be a foolish blowhard to think that I could impart my definition of success upon all of you young adults. Your destiny is controlled by you and you alone. So I want you all to take a moment and think about what success means to you. But before you visualize what success means to you, I want to share an Albert Einstein quote that reads, "Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid." So, before you conjure that image of success, be mindful of your unique talent and passions, because only you know what's best for you. So let's just take 30 seconds to think about what success means to you. Okay, time's up. Hopefully you have somewhat of an idea of what success means to you. Now you'll have to ask yourself, what is it that drives you? And how can you bring this definition of success into balance with the things that motivate you? Today, some of you were extrinsically motivated to attend this on-campus seminar. Maybe you got some extra credit. Maybe some of you were fueled by the motivation to leave math or English class for a day. Maybe some of you came here because of intrinsic motivation. What is intrinsic motivation? What is extrinsic motivation? Well, intrinsic motivation reflects a desire to do something because it is enjoyable or enriches your life. Hopefully both. In contrast, extrinsic motivation reflects the desire to do something because of external rewards, such as money, praise, trophies. If you were extrinsically motivated to be here today, you may not enjoy the presentation, but you're motivated to get the extra credit. Other examples of extrinsic motivation in your everyday life as a young adult may be getting straight A's because your parents promised you a car, or taking on a part-time job to earn some extra cash. Even selecting a college based on its prestige for the sole purpose of landing a high-paying job upon graduation. While it's important to know what drives you and motivates you to complete your goals, you will ultimately find that when you are engaged in something which makes you intrinsically motivated, again, it's motivation that comes from within, that you'll most likely never drag your feet to accomplish these tasks. Because you do it whether or not you are getting paid or rewarded in any way. I bet all of you can think of activities that you would rather be doing than listening to me talk. And that's okay with me as long as you can promise yourself to find what it is that motivates you from within and attempt to bring your definition of success into balance with these internal motivators. If you have a passion for video games, consider a path to become a video game developer. If you find yourself looking up at the stars while pondering the mysteries of our infinite universe, you owe it to yourself to maybe look into a career as an astronomer. Follow your passions. Honestly assess what goals you're willing to commit to. These may be difficult goals in life that are worthwhile to you, because if you aren't passionate about these goals, sustaining any kind of motivation during times of intense adversity may be especially difficult. That being said, there are 3 critical elements to sustaining motivation in any activity you pursue, whether it's sports, dramatic arts, or academic success. These 3 critical elements to sustain motivation are autonomy, value, and competence. What is autonomy? Well, autonomy is self-directing freedom and moral independence. That's the Merriam-Webster definition. Basically, it's a feeling that you are in charge. It seems reasonable that you would gain motivation and energy when you have the freedom to make your own choices, right? Don't you all feel a bit more empowered when your parents give you the freedom to make some of your own decisions as you enter adulthood? Of course you do. It is easier for our motivation to falter when we feel forced to complete something. The next critical element to sustain motivation is value. Motivation tends to really flourish when you stay true to your beliefs and value system. Adolescence is most certainly a time when you have that value system tested by your peers, or maybe even your parents, as you further develop a sense of autonomy and move closer to adulthood. The last crucial element to sustain motivation is competence. As you devote more time to an activity, you notice that your skill improves. Think of academic subjects that you enjoy, or a sport that you feel passionate about playing. When you feel competent, you feel confident. When you feel confident, it is much easier to sustain motivation, especially when you know you have what it takes to complete that task. We all know how it feels to lack competence in any given area. It feels as if we don't have a leg to stand on. For some of us, it may motivate us to try harder, but for the vast majority of us, feeling incompetent can really be motivational kryptonite. So to summarize the 3 critical elements of sustained motivation, you've got autonomy, which equals freedom, value, which basically means being true to yourself, and competence. Confidence, feeling capable that you can complete anything you put your mind to. Now I know being a teenager nowadays is anything but a cakewalk. You get mixed messages all the time. You're always told to act mature, but still treated like a child. It's sort of like being in limbo. You're not children, but most of you are technically not adults. And you have adults from my generation and older telling you, you have it easy and you don't know the meaning of hard work. Then you are still learning to be independent. You have to simultaneously juggle doing well in school, keeping up with friends, and maybe even working a part-time job. Then you pile on acne, dating, and a general awkwardness that comes with being a teenager, and who could blame you for feeling like the walls are closing in all the time? The good news is that high school isn't forever. But the habits you develop now to sustain motivation needed for success as an adult will carry with you for the rest of your life. You have a personal responsibility to live up to your own expectations of what a successful life is. And I hope that you all strive to live up to these expectations despite what the naysayers tell you. I challenge you all to find an adult in your life that practices sustained motivation, doing something in life that they are intrinsically motivated to do. Also, observe adults in your life who are extrinsically motivated to succeed. I can't explicitly tell you what you will observe, but I think you all know what you need to do to truly live a fulfilled and purpose-driven life. Thank you all for